Hey everyone, this is Farmer Brent checking you out the pawpaw situation right here at the homestead, and I want to show you how I plant pawpaws. So a pawpaw is a relative of a lot of tropical fruit. Its genus species name is Asimina triloba. So the Asimina comes from the Native American word that they called the pawpaws. They cultivated pawpaws when they were here in this area, and also the triloba is 3 lobes. So that's how that is broken down into Latin, and that comes pretty much from the flower. Okay, so I got the pawpaw right here. These are pawpaws that I grew. These are 2-year-old pawpaws, and they have a long taproot. Okay, so what you need to do is, you can see the hole that I dug here. I'm digging the hole. I just made it a little bit bigger, and so that it's as long as the taproot, because when I take this out, there's going to be a long taproot right here. Pawpaws have a long taproot. They don't like to be transplanted when they're much older than 2. So this is a 2-year-old pawpaw. This is the 2nd year. I planted it from seed. I use air prune beds. I have other videos to talk about planting and using air prune beds and seeds. So what you need to do is gently take it out of its container, loosen it up, and what I do is I put it on its side. You can see, and I gently try to take it out. Gently. You have to be very gentle, because it has a long taproot. So I'm using gravity a little bit to take that taproot out. All right. So you see the taproot from the pawpaw. So it is pretty long. That's why I got these extra long containers for this long taproot. Look how long that pawpaw taproot is. Wow, check that out. Wow. Okay, so now I put it in here. And I dug the hole as long as the taproot, and then about twice as big in diameter as the root ball. Now I just backfill it with the soil that I took out of this hole. And also take note, this is its native location. So I'm right by a stream right here that's kind of dried up now because we're kind of in a little bit of a drought. And they like to be in the riparian buffer zone of the streams around here in central New Jersey. So that's why I chose this location. And one thing I'm not doing, okay, I'm backfilling it, but I'm not like stamping it down. A lot of people like to, when they plant a tree, they like to go like this and stamp it down. You really don't have to do that, because trees do need some oxygen, some air, some porous space in the soil. So you don't want to completely just stamp it down like that, okay? So I'm backfilling it gently, making sure it's straight. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some mulch. I have some mulch over here in the wheelbarrow, and then I'm going to mulch around right here. So these wood chips, as long as they're above soil, they serve as a mulch, and they allow moisture to be retained in the soil so the soil doesn't dry out. So every time I plant a tree, I always mulch it with the wood chips. So I have, I'll show you another one. Now I noticed I didn't put any wood chips in the hole before I put the tree in, because the wood chips, when they decompose, they take nitrogen from the soil. Now sometimes I use mycorrhizae, which is a fungus that establishes a bond between the roots and the soil to allow for more nutrient uptake. However, there is mycorrhizae in these wood chips already, so I decided not to do a supplement with mycorrhizae this time. It will come there naturally, okay? So I also chose a spot that gets a lot of sun. So when you plant a pawpaw, a Simena triloba, you want to plant it in an area that gets a lot of sun, because sun equals fruit, okay? These pawpaws are understory species. So I'm surrounded by the canopy species, but they are selected to be in the understory, typically right next to a creek. This is their natural habitat, and they like to get sun. If you want more fruit, you can plant them in a sunny spot. So this is going to get a lot of southern exposure. Over there is south, and over there is west. You see right now the sun is setting in the west. So this is going to get a nice patch of sun in the late afternoon, okay? Ideally you want 6 hours, okay? In an ideal world, you plant it where it gets a lot of sun. Maybe not. Some people don't like to plant first year pawpaws in the sun. Some people do. There's conflicting information about that. But this is second year pawpaw, and they always need two. Another thing about pawpaws, you always need two, okay? You need two genetically different pawpaws in order to get fruit, okay? So this is a nameless variety. I got this from named varieties, cultivars, okay? But this is nameless, okay? So I'm gonna plant another one right back here. You can see right here. I'm gonna plant this one right here. And there's gonna be two here, and I also planted two more behind here. So I just wanted to demonstrate how I plant pawpaws and give you some information. I really hope you plant pawpaws. I don't have any for sale this year. I did last year, but I'm going to be planting mine a lot. The extra ones that I have in the spring at my new property here, the farmstead. So, but I will have some eventually, okay? But one thing, if you do learn to graft, it takes a while to get fruit from these. So 8 to 10 years. But if you can graft, if you learn how to graft, not that hard. You can learn it in one morning. That's what I did, okay? And you do the cleft graft. You can do a cleft graft, which is just like a wedge. Okay, it's like just like creating a wedge, cleft graft, while the pawpaw is in the ground. You can do when it's older. Okay, when it's older, it has to be a little bit thicker. So you can improve the variety. That's what grafting does. When you graft, you improve the variety, and that shortens the time for fruit to come from the pawpaw if you graft it, okay? All right, so I hope you really enjoyed the video. I'm gonna teach a class called Seeing the Forest and the Trees. We just talk about this stuff all the time, okay? It's at Princeton Adult School. I'll put the link in the comments. I'd love to see you guys there, because this is what I love talking about, trees and forests. And you know, we're gonna go to another one of my favorite places, Snipes Farm and Education Center. And we're gonna see a lot of what's called agroforestry techniques in action, okay? So we're gonna see a Miyawaki forest. We're gonna see how they use a forest with chickens instead of just keeping them in the field. We're gonna see a natural forested habitat. We're gonna see riparian buffer zone plantings, all kinds of stuff at Snipes Farm. So it's gonna be really fun. Sign up, I'll put the link in, and hope to see you guys there. All right, bye.